In 1805, France was at war with the Third Coalition, made up of the United Kingdom, Russia, Austria, Sweden, and Naples. This represented a huge portion of Europe's wealth and manpower, but France had a trick up its sleeve. Its emperor and one of the greatest generals in history, Napoleon Bonaparte. The War of the Third Coalition was Napoleon at his best, largely because of the battle which essentially ended it, and one of the most prestigious in history, the Battle of Austerlitz. Part of the coalition's plan was for the Russian and Austrian armies to meet up and defeat Napoleon together. With Napoleon all the way in Boulogne, how could he possibly stop them? No problem. With his innovative corps system, he managed to march 200,000 men hundreds of miles in secret and surround Austrian General Mack. The Battle of Ulm saw 50,000 Austrians captured by the surprise attack, but this was only a prelude to the majesty of Austerlitz. The Russian strategy then shifted to running away from Napoleon, dragging on the war and making it more likely for nations like Prussia to join the coalition. During the chase, Napoleon captured Vienna, however he needed to face the Russians. But how? Napoleon used another trick. His knowledge of the Russian Tsar Alexander gave him what he needed, an opportunity. Alexander was young and seeking glory, which Napoleon used to lure him in. He made himself seem vulnerable to a Russian attack with a message to the Tsar, who then turned around to face the French general. Napoleon was set up at Austerlitz, and even abandoned the high ground, which represents a significant advantage in battle. The Allies set up on the hills, and a thick fog obscured the French position. Only their weak-looking right flank was visible, and the Russian troops took the bait. Suddenly, a huge French force emerged from the fog and swept the Russians off the heights. They surrounded the left flank, who attempted to flee south. The lakes were frozen because it was early December, and Napoleon's artillery opened fire on the ice, causing many to drown. 15,000 Russians and Austrians were killed or wounded, and 11,000 captured, compared to only 8,500 total French casualties. Austerlitz was Napoleon's masterpiece. After Naples was defeated the next year, the War of the Third Coalition was a third French victory. Establishing the Confederation of the Rhine in present-day Germany using his victory in the war, Napoleon wiped away the influence of the Holy Roman Empire in Central Europe. After over 1,000 years, Emperor Francis dissolved the entity. Now, only Britain remained as a real enemy to France. One battle changed European history for centuries to come and cemented Napoleon's name in history.